Alright, welcome to part 3. It's almost done, guys. Part 3 is when everything gets smaller, because I ran out of pages. Alright, so now part 3, multiply polynomial. If you give something like this, monomial times polynomial, it should be really easy, and FOI would work just fine. So for this case here, if you do FOI, you take 3a, you time a first. 3a times a should give you 3a to the second power, because a times a is 2a. Alright, first power plus first power, second power. Second thing, 3a times 2b. Now that thing is a little bit confusing. Well, since we know that 3a times 2b, you have to multiply the like term, the one look alike. So you take 3 times 2, it should give you 6. A times b should remain as a times b. You cannot do anything with that, even though how much you wish to do something with that. Number 2, you take negative 4 pk times p. Since they're only p times p, the only thing that's going to change will be just the p. 1p should give you 2p. Okay. Negative 4pk times 2k to the third. Do the same thing. Negative 4 times 2, positive 2 should be negative 8. P, no p. It's going to remain as a p. K and k. K to the first power and k to the third power. It should give you k to the fourth power because 3 plus 1. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, please refer to over here. Recall. For the past knowledge. Previously, we know that back in Math 1, if you have two numbers with the same base, for instance, a to the first power, a to the third power, and if these two variables right here multiply to each other, the base stayed the same. Their power, however, has to be adding between those. That's why you end up with a to the 4. This is a past knowledge. If you have a question or you want me to explain better next time, please remind me. Number 3, distributing negative 3xy into this. Negative 3 times negative 1 should be positive 3. X times x. Y times 1, y to the first power times y to the second power. 1 plus 2, it should give you 3. Do the same concept on this one. Negative 3 times positive 2, it's going to be a negative 6. X to the first power times x to the third power. It's going to be x, 1 power plus 3, because it's going to be 4. Y times y. Last one, list. Negative 3xy times 1, positive 1 is just going to be negative 3xy. Number 4, you got 7he to the 4th power. Ooh. Alright, so 7 times 1 there. It's going to be 7. H times h squared. E4, E2, going to be E6. 7 times negative 2 should be negative 14. H times h cubed. H4. E4, E5. Last on the list, 7 times 5. 7 times 5, 35. H, there's no H, so it's going to be the same. E4, E to the negative 2. Let's see, E to the 4th power. You can see. E to the 4th power times E to the negative 2. It should be E to the 4 plus negative 2. In that case, it should be e to the second power. So that your answer here should be, bring this one back up, e to the second power. Last one, it's a little bit mean to you. Please trust me that you will not see something that this level of meanness. You may see something like a box method or something like trinomial time binomial, but not going to be this some kind of annoying like this, especially with negative power. So the next one here, as we know before, after multiple times we do this in our do now. Multiple, you have two options when you do multiplications. Either you do FOIL or box. It literally doesn't matter in each one of this. The only thing that best come with FOIL is, for me, it's easy to see. It's just for me. Because I just follow the line. For the box, it's worked really well. Like, really well with trinomial time binomial. Exceptionally well, or something more than two. It worked really, really well. So let's do here on the first one. You got x plus 4, x minus 3. You do the FOIL for the first line here. X times x should give me x squared. Then from here out to the next one. X times negative 3, negative 3x. Then I start with this. Let's use this for color here so you can see better. 4 times x, 4x. 4 times negative 3, negative 12. I would say most of the time when you do the FOIL, the thing between them you can combine. Most of the time. Especially in math 2, it should be 100% out. So in this case here, x squared, negative 3 plus 4. It's going to be just plus x minus 12. Bring it down. That's going to be your answer. Now, some of you may ask me, will you get the same thing if you do the box? Well, the answer is yes, you will. So if you choose to do the box, you create a box here. Before you actually separate these things, you have to count how many elements you have for the first parentheses and for the second parentheses. So for the first parentheses, you have 2 terms. For the second parentheses, you have 2 terms, meaning that your box should be 2 by 2, meaning 2 rows, 2 columns. That's what we call 2 by 2. So now for this thing, I have to write down the first element. So it's going to be x, bring the 4 down. For the second element, I'm going to put it up here. In second parentheses. Excuse me. So in this case here, it's just x minus 3. Then you do multiplication between them. X times x, this would be x squared. X times positive 4, positive 4x. Negative 3 times x, negative 3x. Negative 3, positive 4, negative 12. Once you got this, for the box, most of the time the diagonal, you can combine like 10 of those, most of the time. So in this case here, x squared, negative 3 plus 4 should be just plus x, and negative 12. As you can see very clearly, these two have identical answer, so nobody cares which one you choose as long as you have the same answer here. I mean, as for me, I don't know about other teachers, but for me, I really don't care about which method you use. as long as I have the same answer here. Okay. So now I want you to try example number 1 and example number 2. Do whatever you will have to do. As long as I have the same answer, I'm good with that. Please try by yourself. Alright. I assume that you actually tried by yourself. So, on this one here, if you actually work it out by yourself, you should end up with 8 to the second power, 3a plus 2. Again, I'm not going to solve for this because you can choose whichever method that works with you. For example number 2, if you work this thing out, it should be, let's see, it should be 8r squared there. It's going to be 12r, 12 minus 4. Let's see, I'm going to do line here. My brain is not working so far. So 3 times 4 should be, oh, that's there. 3 times 4r should be 12r. Negative 2 times 2r, it should be negative 4r. Negative 2 times 3 should be negative 6r. So negative 6. 2 times 3. Combine like term. AR squared, positive 12 minus 4. 12 minus 4. That should be 8. Hopefully 8. 8r. And minus 6. The one thing that your box really shine is example number 2 and 3. For example number 2, you have to use the box because that's going to be the fastest way to do. So for the box on example number 2 right now, for the box of that, it has to be 2 by 3 because you have 2 term here and 3 term there. So kind of lazy here. Okay, so let's split this thing into 2 equal part there. All right. Since I ran out of space here, excuse me for that. Let me redo that up there then. Example 2, I'm going to redo it up here. Down here, ran out of space. Bad idea on those. So 2 by 3, you make a box of it. It would be best if you make box like this. It's going to fit better. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So over here it's going to be 7y, 2, then plus 2 down here. Up here will be y squared, positive 3y, positive 3y, positive 1. Once you make your box right there, you have to do the multiplications. So 7y times y squared, should be 7y to the 3rd power. 2 times y squared, 2y squared. 7y times 3y, 21y squared. 2 times 3y should be 6y. 7y times 1, 2 times 1. Here's how the box method really shines in this case. As I said before, the diagonal line, you can combine them. So now these two, you can combine like turn those. These two, you can do those. Which is left for? So what left out will be the 7y3. 2y squared, 21y squared. Add those twos, it should give you 23y squared. Positive 6y plus 7y, it should be plus 13y. And then positive 2, just going to be positive 2. That's how awesome it is. Again, this is example number 2. For example number 3, I'm going to do down here. Hopefully this time I'm going to fit that. So example number 3, same concept. 2 element, 3 element there. So it's going to be 2 by 3. 2, 3. Alright, so right now the term on the side here should be p, negative 3. Up here should be 8p to the second power, negative 2p plus 5. And then you fill out the blank of those. Alright, so 8 times 8p squared times p should be 8p to the third power. Negative 8p squared times negative 3. 8 times 3 should give you negative 24. P squared. P times negative 2p. It's going to be negative 2p squared. Negative 2p times negative 3. Positive 6. P. 5 times p. 5p. 5 times negative 3. Negative 15. The diagonal line, you can combine them. So probably this 2 here, you can combine them. These 2 here, you can combine them. Which left out will be 8p to the third power. Negative 2p squared minus 24p squared. Should be minus 26p squared. 5p plus 6p should be 11p. And negative 15. Hopefully this time you have really familiar with this and you have no problem whatsoever. If you do, please shoot me an email or send me a reminder. This conclude the part 3.